All right, speed freaks. Are you ready to dive into the world of superbikes?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Today we're looking at the 2025 Yamaha YZF R1.
An absolute beast of a machine.
And we've got a fantastic article here that breaks down everything.
From specs to comparisons.
Even some frequently asked questions to give you the inside scoop.
Everything you need to know.
Is this the bike to roll 2025? We're going to find out.
It's really incredible how this market just keeps pushing the limits further and further.
Yeah.
It's not just about raw power anymore.
Right.
It's how they pack these bikes with cutting-edge technology.
Yeah.
So let's take a closer look at the 2025 R1
Yeah, let's see what makes it tick.
and how it stacks up against its rivals.
All right, let's get right to the heart of this machine.
The engine.
The engine. This R1 boasts a 998cc liquid-cooled four-stroke engine.
And it pumps out a heart-stopping 200 horsepower.
200! That's insane!
Imagine rocketing off the line feeling that 200 horsepower surge. It's a rush, unlike any other. But as they say, power without control is just chaos.
Right. So how does this thing keep all that power in check?
That's where the engineering gets really fascinating.
Okay.
The R1 features an aluminum Delta Box 2 frame.
Uh-huh.
Now, this isn't just any frame. It's designed for both strength and agility.
So you get that perfect balance.
You get that perfect balance, stability, and responsiveness.
Okay. So it's strong and agile, but what does that actually feel like for the rider?
Think of it this way. You're carving through corners with precision,
Nice.
feeling totally connected to the road.
Nice.
The R1 responds to your every input,
Wow.
making you feel like you're truly one with the machine.
That's the dream right there.
And that feeling is further enhanced by the Kayaba inverted forks up front and a monocross rear suspension.
Oh yeah, I've heard those Kayabas are great.
Both fully adjustable, allowing you to fine-tune the bike's handling.
Very nice. To match your riding style and the conditions.
Yeah,
So it's not just about going fast, it's about having complete control.
precisely.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the smooth, precise shifts you get from the 6-speed gearbox.
Yeah.
Aided by Yamaha's chip-controlled throttle,
Ah, yes.
or YCCT for short. This system electronically manages the throttle, ensuring a smooth and responsive connection between your wrist and the engine.
Man, that sounds incredibly refined.
Yeah.
But in this world of superbikes, it's not just about the mechanics.
No,
Tell me about the tech that makes this bike stand out.
you're speaking my language.
All right.
This is where the R1 truly shines. It's loaded with rider assist features that are more than just fancy gadgets.
Give me some examples.
Take traction control, for example.
Uh-huh.
This system helped you maintain grip on the road, preventing those scary moments when the rear wheel starts to lose traction.
Oh, yeah.
It's like having a safety net, allowing you to push the bike harder, knowing you have that extra layer of control.
That's got to be a confidence booster,
Yeah.
especially when you're pushing the limits.
Absolutely. And then you've got multiple riding modes, which allow you to customize the bike's performance characteristics
Uh-huh.
to match your riding style and the conditions,
Nice. So like you could switch from a relaxed setting for cruising around town.
to a sporty setting for carving canyons or hitting the track.
It's like having multiple bikes in one.
It is.
What else does this tech wizardry have to offer?
We'll prepare for lightning-fast gear changes with a quick shifter.
Ooh, I love a good quick shifter.
You can shift up and down through the gears without even touching the clutch.
Wow.
It's seamless, effortless, and adds to the R1's sporty character.
Oh,
And to bring all this power to a halt, we have Brembo brakes with dual front discs.
yeah, I love Brembos. They're legendary for a reason.
Exceptional stopping power.
I bet they look pretty impressive too.
You bet.
But more importantly, they provide that confidence-inspiring stopping power that's crucial for any high-performance machine.
And speaking of looks, this R1 is no slouch.
No.
Tell me about the styling. What makes this bike visually stand out? Well, for starters, it's got a sleek, aggressive design that screams superbike. And the full LED lighting not only enhances visibility, but also adds a modern, futuristic aesthetic.
Oh.
You'll definitely turn heads riding this machine.
You'll be turning heads for sure. So we've covered the engine, the handling, the cutting-edge tech, and even the stylish looks.
It's a lot to take in.
But you're probably wondering how this beast stacks up against its rivals.
Right on. This R1 is entering a competitive arena. We're talking about bikes like the Honda CBR 1000RR,
Okay.
the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R,
Uh-huh.
the BMW S1000RR, and the Ducati Panigale V4.
Those are the heavy hitters.
These are the heavyweights of the superbike world.
So how does the Yamaha R1 hold its own against these titans? buckle up because things are about to get interesting. But that's a story for part 2 of our deep dive, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, let's throw the Yamaha R1 into the ring
Yeah.
and see how it measures up against the best in its class.
All right.
Remember those rivals we mentioned?
Yeah.
The Honda CBR 1000RR,
Uh-huh.
Kawasaki Ninja ZX10R,
Yep.
BMW S1000RR,
Mm-hmm.
and the Ducati Panigale V4.
These are some serious contenders.
Well, each one brings its own unique flavor to the superbike battle.
All right, so it's a showdown of the titans. Where do we even begin?
Let's start with the Honda CBR 1000RR.
Okay.
This bike boasts a 217 horsepower engine.
Whoa, that's a lot.
That's a bit more muscle than the R1's 200 horsepower.
Okay.
But that extra grunt comes at a price.
Literally a price.
Literally a price.
Ouch.
The CBR 1000RR will set you back around $28,000,
Okay.
while the R1 comes in at a more wallet-friendly $17,599.
Wow, that's a significant difference.
So that's a significant difference right off the bat.
So the R1 is scoring points in the value for money category.
For sure.
But what about performance? Does that lower price tag mean you're sacrificing on the thrill ride?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
While the Honda might have a slight edge in raw power, the R1's lighter weight makes it incredibly agile,
Interesting.
especially when it comes to carving through those tight corners.
Okay.
It's a trade-off, you know?
Right.
Do you want pure brute force?
Yeah.
Or do you prioritize nimble handling?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's all about finding the right balance for your riding style.
For sure. For sure.
Now let's talk tech.
All right.
The CBR 1000 RRR is loaded with Honda's sophisticated electronics,
Uh-huh.
like their throttle-by-wire and selectable torque control.
Okay.
These systems give you a very precise,
Nice.
almost surgical level of control over the bike's performance.
That sounds pretty impressive.
It is.
But the R1 has its own bag of tricks, right?
Right, you are.
Yeah.
Yamaha's YCCT system, along with its traction control and multiple ride modes, is all about creating a smoother, more intuitive riding experience.
Hmm.
It's like having a trusted co-pilot anticipating your moves
Okay.
and making subtle adjustments to keep you in control.
I like that.
So it's like choosing between a master swordsman and a seasoned martial artist.
Okay.
Different approaches,
Yeah.
but both incredibly effective.
Yeah, I like that analogy.
Now let's move on to the Kawasaki Ninja ZX10R.
All right, the Ninja.
This beast is known for its track-focused prowess.
Oh, yeah. The Ninja is a legend on the racetrack.
It sure is, and for good reason.
Yeah.
Its 998cc engine churns out 203 horsepower,
Okay.
putting it right up there with the R1 in terms of power output.
All right.
Plus, it's got those top-of-the-line Öhlins and Showa suspension components.
Okay, now we're talking serious suspension.
We are.
What does that mean for the rider?
It means you can fine-tune the Ninja's handling to a level that's just mind-blowing.
Wow.
It's a bike that rewards those who are willing to spend time dialing in the settings
Mm-hmm.
to perfectly match their riding style
Okay.
and the demands of the track.
So it's a bit more of a specialized machine compared to the R1.
You could say that the
Oh.
R1 with its Kayaba setup is a bit more plug-and-play,
Right.
offering excellent performance right out of the box.
Yeah.
But the Ninja in the right hands
Yeah.
can be an absolute weapon on the track.
Got it. So the Ninja is for the tinkerers.
Yeah.
The ones who love to fine-tune every aspect of their ride.
You got it. Now, how about we switch gears and take a look at the BMW S1000RR?
Bring on the German engineering.
Right.
What sets this superbike apart?
The S1000RR packs a punch with its 999cc inline-4 engine, delivering 205 horsepower.
Okay.
But what really impresses is its torque,
Okay.
especially at lower RPMs.
Uh-huh.
That translates to mind-blowing acceleration from a standstill.
So if you want to feel that G-force pinning you back in your seat, the BMW is calling your name.
It certainly delivers on that front.
Okay.
But the S1000RR isn't just about brute force.
Right.
It also comes loaded with technology.
Okay.
Things like race ABS,
Mm.
dynamic traction control,
Uh-huh.
and even electronic suspension adjustment system.
Wow, that's a serious tech package. Is it overwhelming?
Not if you embrace technology.
Right.
It's all about putting you in command and enhancing your riding experience.
Okay.
But all this high-tech wizardry does come at a price.
Right.
The BMW comes in at a higher price point than the R1.
So once again, the R1 is holding its own in the value for money department,
It is.
but we can't forget about the Italian stallion in the room,
No.
the Ducati Panigale V4.
Right.
What makes this bike so special?
Ah, the Ducati. This bike is all about passion and performance.
Oh, yeah.
It's got this unique 1103cc V4 engine,
Wow.
that roars with 214 horsepower,
Okay.
making it the most powerful contender in this group.
So if it's a pure horsepower battle, the Ducati takes the crown.
In terms of raw power, it's definitely up there.
All right.
But the Ducati comes with a higher price tag
Right.
and might require a bit more TLC in the maintenance department compared to the R1.
That's something to consider for sure.
Yeah.
But you can't deny the Ducati's stunning looks and that signature Italian flair.
Oh, absolutely. The Panigale V4 is a head-turner, no doubt.
Yeah.
And it even boasts some pretty cool aerodynamic features like winglets.
No way. Winglets on a motorcycle?
You know those things you see in Formula One cars?
Yeah.
They help improve stability and downforce at high speeds.
That's wild.
But again, all this comes at a premium.
Right.
The Ducati is definitely the priciest bike in this group.
So we've gone head-to-head with the Yamaha R1's top rivals.
We have.
What's the overall verdict?
Well, it's clear that the R1 isn't just a one-trick pony.
Right.
It might not dominate in every single category,
Huh.
but it consistently delivers a compelling blend of performance,
Yep.
technology, and affordability.
It's like the all-around athlete of the superbike world.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a bike that can hold its own on the track,
Yeah.
tear up those winding roads,
Yeah.
and even handle the daily commute without breaking the bank.
Right.
It's a versatile machine that appeals to a wide range of riders.
Okay, so we've got the big picture,
We do.
but let's zoom in on some specifics.
All right.
Our article is packed with interesting FAQs that reveal even more about the R1. Let's dive into those.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's get into some of these FAQs.
All right.
What secrets does this article hold about the Yamaha R1?
Let's start with a question that's probably burning in everyone's mind.
Okay.
Top speed. How
Huh.
fast can this beast go?
Yeah, we're talking superbikes here. Gotta know if it can outrun a cheetah on the open road.
Hold on tight, because the 2025 YZF R1 can hit a top speed of
Oh,
186 miles per hour.
that's seriously fast. But let's be real, most of us aren't hitting those speeds on public roads. So what about fuel economy? Can you afford to feed this speed demon?
You might be surprised the R1 gets a respectable 35 to 40 miles per gallon
Okay.
under normal riding conditions.
Not bad at all, especially for a bike that packs this much power.
Right. Yamaha clearly put some thought into efficiency.
Now, safety is always a top concern. What about ABS? Does the R1 have it?
Absolutely. It features cornering ABS,
Oh, wow.
which means you get enhanced braking control and stability, especially when you're leaning into turns.
That's good to know. Feeling confident in your brakes is essential.
Yeah.
Whether you're a seasoned racer or just starting out.
I agree. Safety should never be compromised.
Here's a question that might surprise some people. Can you actually use this bike for long rides, or is it strictly a track day weapon?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And the answer might surprise you.
Okay.
While the R1 is definitely built for performance, Yamaha also paid attention to rider comfort.
Really? So it's not going to feel like you're riding a bucking bronco?
Not at all.
Right.
The ergonomics are designed to provide reasonable comfort,
Nice.
even on longer journeys, so you can enjoy those weekend adventures without feeling like you need a chiropractor afterward.
That's impressive. Versatility is a big plus.
It is. And speaking of versatility,
Okay.
let's talk about weight.
All right. Is this thing a heavy beast to handle?
Not as much as you might think.
Okay.
The R1 tips the scales at 199 kilograms.
That's not bad at all, considering all the tech and features it's packing.
Exactly. And that weight contributes to its agility and responsiveness.
Okay. Last but not least,
Hit me.
colors.
Colors.
What options do you have to personalize your R1?
Well, for 2025, Yamaha is keeping things classic and sporty. You've got Yamaha Blue, Matte Black, and for those who want a race-inspired look,
Okay.
there's the Team Yamaha Racing livery.
Ooh, that Team Yamaha livery sounds pretty slick.
It definitely adds a touch of aggression to the R1's already sporty design.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, from the R1's impressive performance specs to its cutting-edge technology, and even those little details that make a big difference.
We've really gone deep exploring what makes this bike tick and how it stacks up against the best in its class.
So what's the final verdict? Is the 2025 Yamaha YZF R1 the superbike for you?
That's the million-dollar question, and ultimately it's a decision only you can make.
We've given you the information, the insights, the comparisons.
Now it's up to you to weigh those factors. Consider your own riding style, your preferences, and your budget.
And most importantly, listen to your heart.
Exactly. Does the R1 spark that fire within you? Does it ignite your passion for riding?
If it does, then it might just be the perfect bike for you.
And if not, that's okay too.
Right.
The world of motorcycles is vast and diverse.
There is.
There's a bike out there for everyone.
The most important thing is to find the bike that speaks to your soul, The one that makes you want to hit the open road and never look back.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into the 2025 Yamaha YZF R1.
Thanks for joining us on this thrilling ride. We hope you've enjoyed exploring this incredible machine with us.
It's been a pleasure sharing our knowledge and passion with you.
And remember, the journey of discovery never truly ends.
So keep exploring, keep learning,
Yeah.
and keep the rubber side down.
Until next time, happy riding.